Yo, Dirty T and the boys.
Does everybody know what time it is?
Corey Taylor Waddington. We've been through a lot, haven't we? Few ups, certainly a few downs. Played in bands together. We worked together. You were the best man in my wedding. And I will soon be the best man in yours. But this week, it's the Swamp Tiki versus the Sick Boys. What does that mean? Well, I'll tell you what that means. That means that you mean less than the on my one-ply toilet paper that my beautiful wife purchased accidentally. You will lose. In fact, you know what we call you in Mexico? Pequeña pero naranja. And it's Dirty T and the boys time. It's all in fun. Don't, nobody get offended. It's all in fun. Hopefully this is working. I never know. I'm the most unprofessional person in the world. Even though I take a lot of time doing this stuff, I still have no idea what I'm doing. But let's go ahead and get into it. Let's go review this. Okay? Week 1. We got numbers. We got stats. We got injuries. Let's go to the small box here. We've got wins, losses. Let's go over it. It's just, the first one that's up. So we'll go over this weapon up against the Sick Boys. Sick Boys taking that 125 to 108. Mostly due to this gentleman right here. Cooper Kupp. He's back, ladies and gentlemen. He's looking like 2021, 2022 Cooper Kupp. Let's see how many 14 receptions. 14. 14. Uno, dos, tres, catorce. You two. 14 receptions for 110 yards and a touchdown. What's even crazier about that is he was targeted 21 times. 21. So thank you, Cooper Kupp. And a very special shout out to the Dallas Cowboys defense pulling in 19 points. 19 points. They had a 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, 6 sacks. Pretty good defense. Probably the best in the league. You got Micah Parsons over there just tearing things up. Unfortunate week for Wes here. He had a pretty good lineup. Joe Burrow did nothing, 8 points. ETN did 11 points, but kind of had an opportunity for a couple touchdowns. Let's see, Mike Evans did pretty good for him. Mark Andrews did nothing, but nor did Travis Kelce. We're going to keep a close eye on Travis Kelce and Mark Andrews, but that's the number 1 and the number 2 tight end. Excuse me, number 2 and number 3. Sam Laporta, I believe, is number 1, I think. But Laporta, I don't think, did much either. But we're going to keep an eye on that. Deebo Samuel, special shout out to him. He did great. Kamara did great. Let's move on. I took that dub. Hard loss for Wesley. It came down to Monday night, and his boy Garrett Wilson just couldn't do it. I'd rather just blame that on the Jets in general. They kind of a letdown. Hopefully they pick it up because I still got Aaron Rodgers on my bench here. Kind of hoping that I'm probably going to drop him. I'll do a live drop right now. Goodbye. We don't need you, Aaron. I appreciate him. But the fact that, after he did the whole vaccine situation. I'm going to turn down this mic a little bit. I think I'm clipping. My clip. No, I'm not. After the whole vaccine situation, he really kind of fell off the wagon. And if the NFL is as scripted as I think it is, they're punishing him for that. Hence the loss and the Jets faux pas. Let's move on here. This is not the right week. Just starting off strong. We're gonna run through these here. I took way too long on that first one. Chaz Temple putting up the most points of the week with 146 points and 52 cents up against James, who put up 120 points but did not pull through there. Still clipping. I hope it sounds okay. Anthony Richardson showed out 26 points. Who went off on? I think everybody went off on Chaz's team. A-Chain, Godwin. The Vikings defense with 21 points. That went under my radar. I did not realize that happened. What is on my screen here? What is that? All right, we're not going to ADHD. Jonathan Taylor, 10 points. Nothing special there. Anthony Richardson, I think, is going to be a quarterback. Michael Pittman, not much. I think he's kind of washed. Ramondre Stevenson, though, sitting on the bench with 21 points. And then this guy, Jaden Reed, had potentially the wide receiver of the year up until Jordan Love went down. That's really unfortunate for Jaden Reed. I don't know who their backup quarterback is, but hopefully gets as many looks as he did the week prior, because he 33 points, bro. Let's see who else. Jaden Daniels, pretty good quarterback for Washington. I think Washington looks pretty good. They're kind of stacked. A-Chain injured, I believe, is what I heard. Questionable. A-Chain had where's this injury thing? Limited participant practice. Officially listed as questionable. What's his problem? Second year running back, strong can. What's his problem? He doesn't have a problem? Am I just missing that? Who cares? We're moving on. Good job, Chaz. I was wrong on this one. Does this microphone sound like it's clipping in my earphones and through the Scarlett, but it's not clipping through. I know that's clipping. Okay. Back up a little bit. I'm going to turn that guy. All right. Moving on. So I believe I'm 2 for 5 in my predictions. This one, I did predict Chris to win, but I did not predict Nicholas to have 83 points. Only 83 points. What went wrong? What went right is the question. Well, Rashad White did pretty good with 16 points. Connor with 19 points. Jamar Chase with a kind of a low number of 12.2 points. Nakua going to be out for at least 4 games. I believe it was a knee injury. Yes, a knee injury. And he knew it, man. If you're watching the game, it's funny. They were showing him, and then they just immediately pulled away from the camera, like in hopes that he was just, having a hard time getting up. Evan Ingram with only 1.5 points. But this guy just picked up, he's not on here yet, but he just picked up Isaiah Likely, who went completely off, got all the targets instead of Mark Andrews for some reason, which I'm thankful for. But Isaiah Likely, number 1 waiver. Nick picked him up because he only got 83 points. Chris had a pretty good showing here other than the Zamir White and Njoku and Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen not doing the numbers that he was doing last year, but we shall see. The volume level is driving me nuts. Good job there, Chris. He's got Ayuk on his bench. Ayuk didn't do much, but in all honesty, he might have been being punished because he wasn't at training camp. Xavier Worthy with 20 points sitting on the bench. could potentially be a good receiver for the year, but Hollywood Brown's coming back, going to throw a wrench in that spoke. All right, good job, Chris. Gets the win there. Called that one. This one, I most certainly did not call. Our champion, Josh Owens, putting up 118 to the, dare I say, amateur fantasy football league manager Chase. Put up 130 points. We all knew he had a good team, but we didn't realize that Saquon Barkley would have some career records. Where's he at here? 24 carries, 109 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 receptions. Just a great game for him. Super stoked on that. Jahmyr Gibbs, great running back, putting up 16 points, and he barely played. Chris Olave did not do much. Stephon Diggs proved to be a good receiver for Houston. And his bench, he's got Ladd McConkey. He's got Rashee Rice on his bench. Oh, champion Josh Owens getting a loss right off the rip, probably because you got Dak Prescott as your quarterback. Get rid of him, dude. He's just not worth it. Breece Hall did okay, 18.3. Mixon, absolutely beast. He's back as well. We got Breece, Mixon, Saquon, all these injured running backs are all back. They're all back. A.J. Brown, 22 points. Sorry, we're getting too winded here. Josh lost. Chase won. Super good. Glenn and the Swamp Tiki Corey came down to Monday night, man. This was this one could have ended badly, all because Christian McCaffrey has Saquon Barkley as his default video for some reason. Christian McCaffrey decided he didn't want to play 2 hours before the game. I got balloons again. Here we go. 2 hours before the game. I wonder if it's is that what it's? No, I don't know. And when they asked Jordan Mason after the post game who was his backup, all sorts of drama there. Maybe some potential false flag collusive things that may have transpired. I don't know if Glenn would have picked this up or not, if we would have mentioned it in the group chat or not. I think he would have. I'll take responsibility on the leak, I guess, but he would have figured it out. I'm sure I had nothing to do with that, nor did Chris. You blame me if you want. I don't care. He picked up Jordan Mason right after the announcement of Christian McCaffrey not making the game. Jordan Mason, undrafted, straight from high school. I'm not even sure if he was in college football. Does it say that? Put an impressive shift, blah, 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 blah. Mason should be in line. No, it doesn't say anything. He doesn't. He was undrafted. He was a nobody. Did great. Pretty good job there. But if he hadn't put McCaffrey, or excuse me, if he hadn't put Jordan Mason in, Corey was winning this game. Unfortunately, he did not. So, congrats to our winners. I believe I was 2 for 5. I got Chaz's prediction wrong and the Owens and Chase prediction wrong. So I'm 2 for 5. No, I got a lot wrong. I said Corey would win. I'm 2 for 5. I got 2 right out of 5. Terrible video. I'm sorry. Let's move on to week 2. We're going to beam right through this. Where's my timer at? Yeah, we're at 12 minutes. We're good. Okay, so very anticipated match here. My projected total is 130 points up against 121 points. Why did my projection go up so much? Did I miss something here? Cooper Kupp with 19.2 projection. And Debo at 19.2. I looked at it earlier this morning and I was at 128. It went up 3 points in projection. Anyways, let's move on here. So, Corey, I believe, has some cues. Well, he's got Jordan Love out. Mostert's out. Big news there. He's still playing basically the same lineup. Kenneth Walker got injured there. What's wrong with him? Open season, blah, blah, blah. Said he isn't sure if Walker... Oh, abdomen. A little hernia action there. You got some injuries there. Does he have it? He's got Tyler Algier to replace him. Blake Corum. Never heard of him. Not sure. He's got Singletary, though. So he's got replacements. I'm going to go... Just because Derrick Henry, I don't think, is it anymore. He's not him, as they say. CeeDee Lamb didn't do much. Brian Thomas Jr., you're playing for the Jaguars. Nobody knows. Demario Douglas, no idea who that person even is. Trey McBride. I'm pretty sure I've got this one in the bag. I got to give myself the projection here. So I'm going to take this one. Let's move on. This is where I see Nick making a comeback. James is still going to put up numbers, but I think Nick is going to hit it big here. If he doesn't, he's off to a rough start. He's got Kirk Cousins still in there, Rachaad White, James Conner, Jamar Chase. He does have Isaiah Likely. He has not put him in for Evan Ingram. I don't know who would be better there. I would play, if it were me, I'd play Isaiah Likely just because he had such a good game last week. They're going up against Las Vegas. But Jaguars are going up against Cleveland, who has a terrible team. Not sure about their defense, but I'd put in Isaiah Likely. You got to. He was a hot waiver. Put him in. Up against James. He's looking pretty healthy over here. No Qs. I don't see any Qs on any of these people here. He had a good game. Anthony Richardson up against Green Bay. He's going to kill him. Aaron Jones might do okay. I don't know. Minnesota's kind of wishy-washy. I think this is gonna be a high-scoring game. I'm gonna give this one to Nick. Chaz, you're gonna lose again, or not again, but you're gonna get your first loss. We got Chaz versus Chase. Apparently there's a lot of confusion between the spelling of these names. Chase is Chase. Chaz, for some reason, spells his name Chas. Most people would get that mistaken with a Z because it's a Z sound. But, to each his own. Okay, now this boy's got some Qs. A-Chain with a Q. Lamar Jackson with a Q. Ferguson, probably not going to play. That guy blew out his leg. I saw that. I don't think he's going to play. So, will this be the first week that he put? But does he play Patrick Mahomes or does he play Jaden Daniels? He's got 3 awesome quarterbacks. So dumb. But he's doing good. He's got a high projection here. I'm going to give this one to Chase, though, because I just don't see myself ever giving Chaz a win. So Chase is going to get another win and start this. Somebody's got to lose this one. We got a 1-0 against 1-0. Giving this one to Chase. Chris here, he's got Jalen Hurts. Can Jalen... That tush-push situation's not working out too great. It might have been a flaw. I don't know. But I'm going to give this one to... I haven't even really gone over this here. Jalen Cameron. No Qs. No, he's got a Jamison Williams Q. He'll play. I think he's all right. And Joko is officially out. Keenan Allen is questionable. I'd just drop Keenan Allen if I were you. Kyler Murray, he could have a really good game. Who are they playing? The Rams? No. Pacheco up against Cincinnati. Glenn's got a good team. And my apologies for Kyle Pitts. I said he was trash. He ended up getting 4 receptions, 57 yards. 3 receptions, 26 yards, and 1 touchdown, that's not really that. I think that if he hadn't got that touchdown, he'd still be garbage. I'd waste him. His bench, though, he's got Odunze, questionable. Addison's questionable. A lot of Qs going out there. I'll give this one to Chris. I'll give that one to Chris here. Owens, I think, is going to get this win. I think the only reason he lost last week is because Chase put up so much points. Josh really got a good team here other than Dak Prescott. He's got Laporta. Laporta didn't really show much, but I have a feeling he's going to do something. And then you go over here. Josh Jacobs got a Q by his name. That's not good, is it? I'm going to give this one to Josh. Yep. That's what I'm going to do. And I think this is going to conclude. Happy 9/11, by the way. I think this is going to conclude our show. It looks like I'm at 18 minutes, which is way too long. I believe that's it. So everybody have a good week. And, Tyreek Hill got arrested. Jay's trying to get out I see you over there, Jay. All right, we're going to call it. So have a good week. Stay safe. Stay smart.
We desensitized by hysteria. We can pick sides. This is us. This is us. This is. I live on the west side of America, where they spin lies into fairy dust. We can pick sides. This is us. This is us.